morning. I had just had the worst nightmare because of you. Every woman in this whole town is terrified because of this killer. You know, when I got home last night and I realized that somebody was here, I thought that... Look, what is it? No, don't move, Lionel. Just stay there.
Contessa? Contessa, are you awake?
Yes, what is it?
You asked to be wakened.
Oh, yes, thank you. What time is it, Howard?
Just past 6. Ample time to serve your breakfast before we land in Santa Bárbara.
Yes, all right, Howard, thank you. I'll be there.
Just what, may I ask, are you doing here?
Sorry, sir. We have instructions from Mr. Capwell.
I'm Mr. Capwell.
Let's go.
Excuse me. Wait a minute. You can't just come barging in here at 6 o'clock in the morning. Will you hold it? You know who I am. I can have you arrested.
You best read the order, sir.
Yeah, there must be some mistake. My father wouldn't have me thrown out in the middle of the...
Check the signature. Second page. This suite is reserved for the Condesa Armonti this morning.
C.C. Cap. All right. No holds are barred. I think I might know how to get even. It'd be fun to tell Dad just who may have been responsible for his dear departed Sophia's death.
In your room.
She used to study so hard. There wasn't anything she wasn't interested in. I used to wake up and find her reading at all hours.
Gina, did you get any sleep last night at all?
One morning I came downstairs and she was just staring out at the dawn. Her hair was being caught in the light and she looked like a very serious little angel. Bent over this big book, looking at some maps. I asked her what she was doing, and she told me all about this ancient culture that worshipped the sun. How they carefully plotted out where it would rise and set in the summer and the winter. And they built this intricate temple so that the first light every day would fall in a certain place and wake up the high priest. They were afraid that if there was no one there to watch it, the sun might refuse to come up. But it never does it? It always comes up. Maybe she's still out there watching somewhere.
Gina, you need rest. You have to take care of yourself.
Why?
Yourself to think about now. And Brandon, he needs you.
Brandon?
And I need you. You're not alone, remember that. You're with people who care very much
7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking.
I'm sorry. I mean, I know how I must sound, but I mean it.
If I could just stop seeing her.
You know, sometimes when I'm afraid that something's happened to Ted, you know, either he's late to pick me up, sometimes for no reason at all, I get really frightened. And I try so hard not to think about it. But no matter what else happens, I can't get it out of my mind. It is. It's like one of the hardest things in the world.
Yeah, I wasn't her family. I wasn't her husband, but I loved her. And there's a guy walking around out there. He took her away from me. Hey, don't.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm sorry. I'm so afraid, Warren.
It's okay. Look, they're gonna catch this guy before he gets to anybody else. I promise. The police don't. I will.
It's not that.
What is it, Dad?
Warren, it's everything. I'm going to lose Ted for good this time. I know it.
Look, I don't know.
Warren, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I know you have enough that you're thinking about.
Ted is not one of my favorite people in the world. You two have been through a lot together. I think it'd be pretty hard to shake.
Mason's going to tell him.
Oh, that's a tough one for sure. Well, why don't you just wait and let Ted decide what he is or isn't going to think about it, okay?
Well, it isn't true, is it? I mean, Daddy didn't kill Ted's mother. I mean, he couldn't have.
Well, he talked to me about it.
What did he say? Warren, did he?
Yes. But it wasn't murder, Lakin. Look, it was a freak accident.
Warren, my God!
It was something that he never could have imagined would have happened. It happened. He was there and it happened, but it wasn't his fault.
Well, does Mason know this?
No, Mason is. He's going to believe whatever he wants to believe and think what he wants to think.
So he's going to go tell Ted?
Yes, probably. Look, you gotta keep what I said to yourself, because it can really hurt Dad in court. Look, Lakin, you can't keep Ted from finding out. But I don't think he's going to hold it against you.
Warren, there have been times when I couldn't even look Ted in the face because of what his father and Mason was doing to our dad. Now when he finds out. Warren, how am I ever going to face Ted again?
Well, Theodore. Mason? How is the prodigal son? What did Dad have to say about your little getaway with Lakin?
Nothing much.
I guess there's only room for one prodigal son. Where is he?
He's upstairs with Gina, but I don't think he wants to be disturbed. Mason, don't!
Dad, get out of my way.
I told you, he's upstairs with Gina.
Well, I thought the Capwell family credo was family always comes first.
Look, her sister has just been murdered. All right? She's going through a very tough time, and she doesn't want to be bothered.
Well, I have to talk to them both.
Mason!
Keep your voices down.
I don't even have time for this.
Ted, go ahead. You've missed enough school as it is.
Thanks.
Oh, Ted.
Yeah?
Tell Lakin that I enjoyed our little talk yesterday.
What talk?
Just tell her.
Okay. All right, Mason, I hope you're here about Gina's sister. Have you found the killer?
Well, no, not quite yet, Dad, but we're working on it. No, I'm here because I'm moving back in.
The hell you are.
Isn't that what you wanted, Dad? Boy, I thought it was kind of you to send your Gestapo to help me pack.
The presidential suite was reserved. You're an adult. You make a good salary. You can live anywhere in this town you want to. Anywhere. Except my home or my hotel.
Now I know how the legend started, where the stories come from. Businessmen sitting in bars, years later, looking like they still don't know what hit them. Talking to nobody about how C.C. Capwell cut them off at the knees. There's nothing you wouldn't do to me, is there?
Oh, spare us your little tantrum, would you, Mason, and leave now?
That was good, Dad. I really feel like a whipped dog. Oh, I'll go as soon as I've talked to Gina.
No. She's exhausted. She didn't sleep all night.
You're so protective of people you hardly know. It's almost touching. However, there is a killer on the loose.
Well, then go question someone else. She needs her rest. You can come back later.
I'll do my job my way, Dad.
I told you, Mason, later. Let me remind you of something. You have your job only because you're my son, and you know it.
Yeah? I've been a good and faithful servant, too. Me in the DA's office, you haven't had to worry about people taking too close a look at your latest takeover. Had a pretty good line on everything that happens in this town. Almost everything. I've saved a few surprises.
Well, I'm not interested. You can go.
Have you ever wondered, for instance, how your dear departed wife spent her last hours? And with whom?
Hi. Look, I'm sorry I'm late.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Something is.
Yeah, Mason came over the house today and made this big scene. So I'm getting so sick of him.
What did he say?
Like, I don't want to get into it, all right?
Ted, what did he say?
Nothing, okay? Hey, I'm sorry. Look, I'm not mad at you.
You sure?
Yeah. Oh, Mason did tell me to tell you that he enjoyed your talk he had with you yesterday. What's that about?
Is that all he said?
Yeah. What talk?
I ran into him when he came to talk to Warren about summer. Look, we better get going. We're going to be late for school. Ted, you didn't have to come and pick me up.
Hey, are you kidding? That guy's still out on the loose, man. I don't want you going to the library alone, all right? Yeah.
Morning, I'm Detective Sergeant Monroe. I called earlier about talking to Warren Lockridge.
Oh, sure. Just a minute, okay?
Thanks.
Warren, that police sergeant is here.
Yeah, okay.
He'll be right down, okay?
Thank you.
Ready? Detective? Ted?
Hey.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Come on in.
Thank you. No, this won't be easy, Warren. I really appreciate it.
How long are you planning on taking before you catch this guy, huh?
We haven't got a lot to go on. That's why I'm here.
How much is not a lot? Nothing?
You play chess?
Yeah.
Well, then you know you don't start the game till you get all the pieces on the table. Now, if you don't mind, I'll ask the questions. Just how involved were you with Summer Blake?
I don't know what you mean. I was in love with her.
For how long?
Not along by the calendar. 3-4 months ever since I first met her.
Were you two intimate?
Am I a suspect here?
I am trying to find out all I can about this case. Were you intimate with Summer Blake?
No. No, in all the important ways we were, but we never had sex, if that's what you're asking.
Mason tells me that about a month ago she moved to Los Angeles. You two keep in touch?
No.
Oh, then the relationship was over.
No, I mean, it wasn't for me, okay?
So she ended the relationship.
She wasn't ending it. She just needed a little time, I guess.
Well,
I'll never know what would have happened.
Well, she was down in Los Angeles. Was there another man? Was she seeing somebody else?
No.
But of course she'd be in Los Angeles, so there's no way you could tell for sure.
Look, she wasn't. I know that.
But you can't be sure.
She went there to work with a therapist because of something that happened to her a long time ago.
What was that?
She was beaten up and raped. And after that, she couldn't get close to another man. That's how I know. She was getting better. She needed a little time, and I was willing to wait because she was worth it. She was a lot more than that. God, when I think what she must have felt. The panic, the terror when that guy... Look, why aren't you out looking for him? Huh? Why aren't you out looking for the guy who did it in the first place?
You remember what I said about having all the pieces on the table? Why is it I'm just hearing about this? How much do you know about this guy?
That's it. I think her sister Gina knew him. Gina DeMott. She's staying with the Capwell.
Gina DeMott, that's good. She's the next person on my list to see. I am sorry. We're going to find this guy. We're going to put him away.
Well, I hope you do it before I do.
There were no witnesses and there was no evidence. You know I had that beach gone over with a fine-tooth comb.
Ask me what I know, Dad. About how Sophia died.
You're inhuman. The only thing you enjoy is pain.
Like father, like son.
You're just trying to get even with me because I've thrown you out of the family.
Ooh, you're right about that. Now about your one and only Sophia, Dad. Are you aware of the fact that on the day...
Rosa said you wanted to see me. If you're busy, I can come back.
No, that's quite all right, Reuben. Mason was just wasting my time.
Yeah, I guess I was leaving, Reuben. You know, next time, you'll come to me. I may or may not tell you the rest, depending on my mood. But you'll come. send you my address.
I shouldn't have barged in.
No, I'm glad you did, Reuben. Yes, I did speak to Rosa. Reuben, I would like to have you put the gazebo into good repair. It hasn't been used much since the children have grown, but Brandon and Gina seem to enjoy it.
I'll start today.
There's no rush.
I'd do anything to see that little boy smile today. He thought of Summer as his big sister. I don't think he really understands what happened to her. And the fact that no one is able to explain it to him makes it even worse.
Well, Gina and I will try to find something to tell him to help him through it.
You've become very possessive with Brandon, Cece. I'm glad for what you've done for the child. But I ask you to remember, I may only be a hired hand, but I'm as much his grandfather as you are. I feel what you feel for him. Don't cut me out.
Gina, you up already? Did you sleep?
A little.
Thank you, Reuben. How are you feeling?
I don't know. Is Mason still in his office?
No, not yet. Mason was just here and he left. Why?
Did he want to see me?
Yes, but I thought it was best that
I
you
have
rest.
to talk to him. I think I might know something that could help him find the man who killed Summer. Maybe he already knows. Maybe that's why he came here.
What could you possibly know?
There were things that happened a long time ago that involved Summer. And if, in any way, even remotely, I'm responsible...
But Gina, don't.
But it might be true.
Couldn't you talk to me about it?
No, I'd rather not.
All right.
Cece, when our parents died, Summer and I had to find our way on our own. It was a time in my life that has nothing to do with who I am now. I want you to believe that.
Why are you stopping?
You've hardly said a word to me since we left your house. What's wrong? Huh? Are you mad at me?
No, of course not.
Look, I know you got into trouble with your mom for the time we just took off.
No, she hardly noticed. She's too worried about my father.
Well, then maybe we should have stayed away.
Ted, we had to come back.
But it was great, huh? And just like being married. I mean, we were cooking our meals together, sleeping together, even though we had all our clothes on. Can you imagine when every day of our lives are going to be like that, huh? Except we won't be hiding. Hey, come on now. It won't be that bad, will it?
Ted, there's nothing I'd want more. I'm afraid.
Is it your dad?
Sort of.
Hey, look, he's going to be all right? He'll show up. Look, I know what it's like to have one of your parents just suddenly disappear. I mean, even though I was very young, I still remember when my mom died. I was so sure she was going to be okay. I was so sure she was going to come home. Oh, this is stupid. I don't even believe I'm bringing this up. Lincoln, I'm sorry.
Ted, I love you. I love you so much. But you're going to find out something. It's going to make you hate me. I'm not going to be able to blame you for it.
Hey, that's impossible.
No, it isn't. Daddy called yesterday.
He did? He's all right?
Yeah, we still don't know where he is, but he's okay. Warren didn't know I was in the room when he was talking to
Well,
my
you should
mother.
be happy. I mean, you were so worried about him.
I am. I mean, I'm happy he's okay.
Lincoln, is it the trial then? Is that what's bothering you? Look, you know I don't believe Channing...
No.
Lincoln, I am just trying to find out why you're so upset.
Do you remember when you thought Joe Perkins killed Channing?
Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, but do you remember when you really thought that he did it? How did you feel about Jade? She's his sister. Did you hold it against her?
No, I didn't. I didn't blame Jade. Lincoln, I don't know what you're getting at, but nothing can change the way I feel about you. I mean, don't you know that yet? Look, I mean, after hearing about your father and my mother...
What about them?
You know, I mean, about them having the affair. I mean, if anything would make me run, that would. But it hasn't. Now, if that doesn't convince you that you can tell me anything, I don't know what else I can tell you. So would you please just tell me what is wrong?
This is Sergeant Cliff Monroe of Homicide, Gina. He'll be heading up the investigation.
Thank you for coming.
Very sorry for your loss, Mrs. DeMont.
I'm sorry you had to come back a second time.
Oh, that's no problem. I wanted to get an early start, but Dad makes a pretty good watchdog.
Cece, would you leave us alone for a little while?
Of course. I'll be in the living room if you need me.
Thank you.
I do have a few questions that I need to ask you, Mrs. DeMont, but perhaps you could start by telling us why you asked Mason and I to come here.
Fine, but what I tell you, I'd like to be held in confidence. It goes back a long way in my life. Part of my life I'd rather forget.
Of course. Go on, Gina.
There was a man at one time. It took me a while to realize he wasn't the kind of man I wanted to be involved with. But he was very relentless. He wouldn't let me go, and he was violent sometimes. So in order to get away from him, I had to leave home and go somewhere where he couldn't find me, and he never did. But he found Summer. And when she wouldn't tell him where I was, he raped her and beat her badly.
I assume this is the same man that Warren Lockridge was telling me about.
Yes, I told him about that.
What did he want with you?
I don't know. There was no telling with Hank.
When was the last time you saw him?
We were in South Carolina when I left, and that's where he found her.
Hank, last name?
Judson.
Judson.
This is very difficult for me to tell you all of this, because if it was Hank, he'd do anything to hurt me. But no one can do what was done to my sister and get away with it. And I don't want anyone else to get hurt that way, just because I kept silent.
Gina, are you all right?
I'm all right.
What have you said to her?
I think we've got enough for now. Perhaps we could talk again when you feel more like it.
We'll see about that.
Thank you, Gina. Come on, Cliff.
Gina, I have an idea. After the memorial service, why don't you and Brandon and I take a trip somewhere for a while?
Please don't. I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. For all I know, Summer was hurt because of me. It's all my fault.
Santa Bárbara, madam.
Yes, Howard, thank you, I know.
The pilot wishes to apologize for the delay in our clearance for landing.
Well, I'm sure he had no control over it. There are some things in life one just must accept. Don't you agree, Howard? And loss of time is one of them.
Yes, Contessa. The limousine is waiting at the end of the ramp, as you requested.
And you remembered about the tinted windows.
Yes, of course. Everything has been done to ensure your privacy.
And what about the hotel?
You will be met at the door and escorted to the private elevator. The hotel staff will not be allowed in your suite. I've arranged for a private housekeeper to be available at your request.
You have done very well, Howard.
I think that I know Madam and her requirements by now.
Yes, I believe you do, probably as well as anyone.
No, they're all at some sort of athletic awards assembly or something, so I have a free period. Correcting papers, what else? Amy, listen to this one. Mr. and Mrs. Macbeth's main problem is probably caused by the fact that they haven't gotten enough sleep. '" 'Cause, 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 ' So how's your sleep coming along these days? Oh, 2 kicks, huh? Some prenatal ballet dancing, perhaps? Or maybe they're just twins. Don't panic, Amy. You know you can always give me one. Right. Okay, well, I'll stop by later. Okay. And remember to take care of yourself. Don't forget what happened to Mr. and Mrs. Macbeth. Okay, bye. Good morning. Hi.
Morning.
Hi.
Miss Parks?
Yes, and I think I know you. You found my wallet, didn't you? You're Ted.
Yeah, Ted Capwell.
Hi.
And this is,
Lake and Lockridge.
Hi, nice to meet you.
How'd you know that?
Well, you're the only 2 students in my English 4 class that I haven't laid eyes on yet. Why aren't you 2 in the assembly?
Well, Lincoln and I missed a lot of school, so, Mr. Bottom said that we should go around and pick up all the assignments we missed.
Yeah, well, you do have quite a bit to make up. Let me look at my plan book here.
Okay, well, look, why don't you get what we need from Mrs. Parks, and I'll go collect the other assignments, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now here are the reading lists I gave out on the first day. We're starting with 3 Shakespeare plays. The first one's Macbeth, and 2 of the sections have already completed it. Now, here are the term paper topics, and you can give them back to me next Friday. Lakin.
Oh, I'm sorry. What, next Friday?
Do you want to talk about it? I know I've just met you, but it's not hard to tell when somebody's unhappy.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Oh. Well, I have to tell you, I feel a little strange about giving assignments out to someone who looks as if she's just lost her best friend in the whole world.
Well, I haven't lost him yet.
Would that be Ted? It does seem as if there's something special between the 2 of you.
Yes.
Look, you can tell me if it's none of my business, but I don't think he's about to let you go.
When he finds out something, I think he's going to change his mind.
And you don't think I'm going to take you seriously, like I might say something like, it's just a teenage crush and you'll get over it.
Maybe. I know that's what my parents would say.
Well, teachers are not supposed to contradict parents. However, if you're willing to go out on a limb and talk about it, then why shouldn't I? Lakin, don't let anyone ever tell you that what you feel for someone else when you're young can't be love.
I know I could never feel this way about anyone else.
Then don't give up on it. Believe in it. Listen, I don't know what's wrong, but I'm sure you can fix it. You just haven't found a way yet.
No, I can't.
Then I'm going to have to believe you're wrong, because you're shortchanging Ted, and he does have a decision in what happens next. Now, if you believe in that love and have faith in it, you can make it work.
Mrs. DeMont,
Oh, hello, Reuben.
sorry to hear about what happened to your sister.
Thank you.
Rosa and I, we were so shocked when we heard the news this morning. She wanted to come over here right away, but I told her it was best that she didn't.
Rose has spoken to me already. I want to thank the both of you for being so patient and kind to me. I'm new in the house, and Rose has been very understanding.
Rosa's a good woman, and I'm a lucky man. The hardest thing for us was to know what to do for you when we heard about Summer.
Cece's been very good to us, Brandon and me.
Yes, he told me how much you and Brandon liked the gazebo. I replanted the border, and I'm now sanding the benches before I start painting. And Rosa's making the cushions. I think you'll like it very much.
Thank you, I'm sure we will.
Could you give this to Brandon?
Oh, a whistle.
Yeah.
Did you carve it yourself?
I was saving it for him for his birthday, but I think now is best.
I'll give it to him. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gina,
Warren.
I called earlier and Rosa said you were up, and I was thinking about you.
I was thinking about you, too. I was worrying about you, really.
Yeah, well, I'm okay. How are you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This has got to be so hard for you. I know you wanted to be with her and you couldn't. Warren, she wanted that, too.
Yeah, well, I guess I needed to hear that.
She did. It was because she cared for you. You gave her the strength to make her go and help herself. You should have saw her the way I saw her that last day. She was so proud and happy and excited about the new changes in her life.
Yeah, I only saw her for a moment, but she was different.
It was because of you. You made her feel that it was possible for her to be loved and to love someone.
Who did this, Gina? Who was it?
I don't know.
For the first time, who was it?
I already told Mason and Sergeant Monroe. They're looking for it.
Oh, you tell me. Look, I gotta do something. I can't just sit around here and wait.
I know how you feel. But there's nothing you can do to make the hurt go away. It takes time.
Okay. I don't trust Mason.
They say he's good at his job. They'll find him.
Please, Gina.
No, Warren. I'm afraid. You don't know this man the way I know him. I don't want him near anyone I care about, including you. Let it go. Let Mason and the police take care of this.
Don't worry, Lionel. Whoever it is, I'll get rid of him. Just a minute.
Good morning.
Hello, Mason. This is really a surprise.
Well, I'm taking a couple of hours off from the office. I'm in kind of a bind and I need some help.
Oh, well, I'd love to help you, but I'm afraid at the moment
It's nothing you have to do, actually. It'll only be for a short time.
Well, you haven't explained yet what will be.
I'm moving in. Well, at least let me get all my earthly possessions out of the hallway while you think about it.
Oh, sure, of course. It's just that this is such a surprise.
Yeah, well, you should have seen me at 6 o'clock this morning when my father sent his thugs to throw me out of the hotel.
Oh, Mason, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't know where else to go, and I need a couple of days to find a place. Could go to another hotel, I guess, but I'm kind of tired of those, and frankly, I keep thinking about being with you. I can see you're thrilled.
Oh, well, I'd love to help you, but, I don't know what to say. It's just suddenly here you are.
Isn't it romantic? Just like a movie. I sort of hoped you'd be happy.
Oh, I am happy that you came to me. I really am. It's just that this place is so small, and there's just the one bedroom.
Oh, isn't that a shame?
You know, normally, it would be just fine, but... Excuse me. Hello? Yes, he is. It's a Sergeant Monroe for you.
Yeah, I gave him this number, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, what do you got, Clifford?
I got the scoop on our friend Hank Judson. Like the Bluebird of Happiness, he's right in our own backyard. He was cooling his heels in Carolina, but a couple months ago he moved to L.A.
You got a California address on him?
Not yet, but I'm working on him. Man's an in-and-outer. He's in the joint for a couple of years, out for one. Last time he was in was firearms charge back east in 1981.
In other words, he's due. What else they had him in for?
I got petty larceny. I got breaking and entering. I got assault and battery. I got lots of assault and battery. The interesting stuff, though, is what they couldn't quite pin on him.
Like what?
Well, I wish you'd take a look at the file for yourself.
All right. Keep on it. I want him in for questioning. Get everything you can on him. You know, schools, employment, military service.
Color of his mother's socks. Yeah. Check. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
All right. If I'm not here, try my office. Right. Thanks, Cliff. There, you see, I'm leaving your options open. Really, it's no big deal, Veronica. I'll even wash the dishes and make up the bed.
Oh, Mason, you can't go in there.
Veronica, do you have someone else in there?
Yes, it's what I've been trying to tell you. You see, my little brother is here visiting me. He's on his way to Seattle.
Oh, he's here now?
Yes, he is, and he's sleeping. He's just exhausted, poor guy. He was coming on the bus, and, oh, Mason, I don't want him to get the wrong idea about his big sister. Or even the right idea.
I felt a little wounded there for a minute. I thought you had another boyfriend.
No, one boyfriend at a time is enough for me already.
Think that's a good sign, that I was jealous?
Well, we can discuss it sometime. Maybe in your new hotel.
We wouldn't want to wake little brother now, would we?
No, we wouldn't.
I'll call you and let you know where I'm staying.
Okay. I'll be in and out. I'm taking the day off so I can show him around.
What are your plans for the evening? Tell him that you're going to roll bandages for the Red Cross.
psych assignments and the calculus, too.
Okay, and here are your assignments from last week.
Oh, boy, you've been very busy, haven't you?
Yes, I guess I'm just a typist at heart.
Yeah.
Lakin has everything else for you.
Thanks.
Sure. If you'll excuse me, I think I have another rough day at the copy machine. I'm glad you're both back in class.
No, I can't take it. I really can't. Plus, it kind of hurts my feelings to think that there's something so important that you can't even tell me.
I never thought I could be such a coward.
No, you're not a coward, Lakin.
I'm ashamed too, Ted. But I know what's going to happen. I just can't tell you.
Okay, look, Lakin. Look, we know your father is going to be all right, right? So it's got to be something else, huh? I mean, are you worried about Mason finding him? Is that it?
Ted, leave it alone, please.
But it has something to do with Mason, doesn't it? Oh, wait a minute. Does it have to do with the talk you had with him yesterday? Lakin, what did Mason say to you?
Ted, nothing.
All right. If you won't tell me, then I'll find out for myself.
No, Ted, wait! Ted!
Condesa Armonti.
I'm very sorry. I do not know who you are.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm C.C. Capwell.
Oh, yes, delighted. You have a lovely hotel here, Mr. Capwell, and I want to thank you for being so solicitous in meeting my requests.
Well, it's our pleasure to have you here with us.
Now, you must forgive my manners. I really do not want to stand out here in the hall. It is so difficult to keep one's privacy away from home.
Well, that's all right, Contessa. This floor is empty, except for your suite. I've given orders to the front desk not to fill these rooms until last.
Ah, you are very thoughtful.
I won't keep you, but I've heard so much about you and your husband. His vineyards in Tuscany are world famous.
Ah, you can be assured that my husband followed your oil and your real estate ventures with great interest.
Well, thank you. I'm flattered. If there's anything I can do for you during your stay, please don't hesitate to call on me personally. I've left my private number by your phone.
Grazie.
And we hope that you're with us for a long stay.
I really do not know what my plans are now, Mr. Capwell, but I am tired. I am very tired of traveling, and perhaps Santa Bárbara will suit me.
We hope so. We like it. If you would do me the honor, perhaps an evening over dinner, I could regale you on the facts and little-known details of our many attractions.
Oh, that is very kind. I do not know.
Once you've settled, of course.
Yes, well, perhaps. And now, if you will excuse me, it has been a long trip.
Of course. So I'm sorry. Welcome to Santa Bárbara, and please, think of us as home.
Oh, everything's changed. Well, no, not really, not really. Phone number. Phone number is still the same. At last, I'm coming home.
Why?
I told you, I won't endanger the investigation.
I'm not going to endanger anything.
Warren, people slip up. Things get to the press. I don't want to scare this guy off before we find him.
Just give me the guy's name so I can focus on something.
It's out of the question. I'm sorry. Now, will you tell me where Gina is? I just got some information I have to check with her. Warren. Warren, we're doing everything we can. Now, look, I know you don't trust me, but if I don't catch this guy, my job is on the line. So you can just relax, okay?
Oh, relax? Do you know what it's like to have someone that you're in love with disappear from your life overnight?
Yeah? Believe it or not, I do. And I'm sorry, I really am.
I don't want your sympathy. I just want to get my hands...
Well, you're just going to have to get hold of those feelings, okay? What?
Wait, hold it, Mason.
What is it, Ted?
I gotta talk to you. You saw Lakin last night.
Ted, I got about a million things to do
Look,
today, okay?
You said something to her, and I've never seen her this way before. Now, what did you tell her?
I didn't tell her anything, Ted. Why aren't you in school?
The office said you weren't there, so I came looking for you. Look, I know you know what's wrong with Lakin, and I know you had something to do with it.
Well, you're wrong.
And with her father. Now, what did you do?
Look, Ted, I know some people in this family think that I'm responsible for every evil on the planet, but not this one.
But you know what it's about then, don't you?
Excuse me, I'm here to see Gina.
Mason, don't you treat me like a kid.
Ted, I'm trying to do you a favor. Let me.
Look, I've had this feeling that everything's just going up in smoke. Now, I may not be able to stop it, but I'm damn well going to know why.
All right. I didn't tell Lakin anything. We both found out at the same time.
Found out what?
Lionel Lockridge was with Sophia when she died.
What are you saying?
Lionel may have killed your mother.